Hey there, today I'm going to talk to you about birdhouses. We put birdhouses around our property, not just because we think they're cool and we like giving habitats for local birds, but one of the things that drove me to do this are some permaculture ideas. Now, when I started getting into farming, I got all into permaculture, but the reality is for a commercial farm, you can have a permaculture mindset and help that make decisions for your farm and for your business. But there's also some small things you can try to incorporate, and one of which is birdhouses. So by keeping these birdhouses near the garden beds, what we're doing is we're encouraging birds to come and nest in here. These are bluebird boxes, and we had lots of bluebirds nesting in these this year. And these are set up right around the beds. And I just want to talk a little bit about that and also how to put together one that's super simple today. So I know this bird box has been used because I'm out here and I see the birds going in and out, and I believe they're done with this, but let's just take a look in and see what's inside the box here. So yeah, we got a nice little nest. So we actually have some eggs in there, so we're just going to leave those. I don't know if they ever hatched, or maybe they're not going to hatch, but I'm just going to leave them alone in there. But yeah, we definitely get a lot of activity. And the nice thing is when you have birds coming in and out of here, because they're so close to our garden beds, the birds will, and the idea here is that they're going to be eating bugs out of the garden and bring them back to their babies. So, you know, getting some more animals and wildlife involved in your property and your farm will help keep some pests down and things like that. So this is a beneficial thing to have, as long as just having birds around are cool. We have a lot of cool little birds flying around here, as long as some bigger birds, but you know, it's just really fun to watch the birds. Let's talk about how I put these together. And the bird boxes themselves, I bought at Lowe's. They were, I don't know, like $12 to $14. I can't remember, it was a while ago. So you can build bird boxes out of scrap wood you have laying around. They're not very complicated. The one thing is you just want to make sure the hole is the right size. I don't know what that is, but you can look that up for different kinds of birds. These are bluebird boxes. On top of that, I have 1/2-inch electrical conduit. Seems that I like to use this for a lot of projects, and the reason why is it's galvanized, so it lasts a long time, doesn't rust. On the top here, I just have 2 1/2-inch clamps, and these are just screwed into the back of the box. And the neatest thing about this whole setup is that it's very low profile. It doesn't stand out so much when you're looking around. You just kind of see the box. And let me show you the bottom and how this attaches to the ground. On the bottom here, I have one of those 1/2-inch electrical conduit couplings. Just screwed on, and this just slides up. Just an electrical conduit coupling attached on there. This is a 5-foot piece of electrical conduit. They come in 10-foot pieces, so if you get one piece, that's enough for 2 birdhouses. Perfect. Now, what goes in the ground here is a piece of rebar. I believe it's a 4-foot piece of rebar, and you just drive it into the ground about halfway or so, maybe a little bit more. And so the nice thing is it's very portable. You can move it around really easily, quick to install. That's kind of how I like to roll, right? So as long as things are easy to put together, simple, inexpensive, and portable. I love all those things. So this just slides on top. Make sure you got it the direction you want it facing, and then just tighten the bottom screw, and that holds it in place. There you go. I don't claim to be a bird expert or a birder. My wife is way more into birds than I am, but I do enjoy watching them, and I don't know all the specific details, so don't bombard me with questions about bird house placement and stuff. I just want to give you some ideas here. But what you hopefully can see is that we've put 4 bird houses down the end of our beds here, and just keep in mind in terms of placement, right? You don't want them at the end of the bed where you're going to be turning around with tools and smacking it with stuff, or just right in front of a sprinkler, things like that. We put it as close to the beds as possible, just to try to encourage more birds and their activity in the garden for eating pests and bugs and stuff like that. We also wanted it as sort of as close to the house as possible while still being on the perimeter of the gardens. That way we can watch the birds more. As I said, I don't know a ton about birds, but I enjoy watching them. It's nice to see the wildlife on the farm here. So keep that in mind. I just want to share with you a quick idea here about birdhouses and trying to incorporate more nature and natural systems into your farm. And I hope you enjoyed it. And overall, guys, the feedback and exchange with people has been unbelievable so far on YouTube, so I really appreciate that. And if you like this kind of stuff, like the video, share with your friends, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.